No, wait, no, that's totally different. This is exactly what I was talking about. That's totally different. What's going on, Nova Squad? My name is Nova. Welcome back to the channel. So today, we are going to take a little turn on what I wanted to react to today. So, like, originally I wanted to react to like a funny video, whatnot, whatever. But I was watching a Abba Preach video. If you guys don't know who they actually are a very funny group, and they actually give out great advice to actually young adults, old adults, with all ages and whatnot. I've actually watched them religiously, and then they actually recently had uploaded a video a couple of days ago about another content creator on YouTube named Just Pearly Things. So if you don't know who she is, she basically like gives out advice to like young women about like relationships and marriage, whatnot, X, Y, and Z. But she don't know anything. I'm going to dive in and see what Abba Preach was talking about, and I'm going to give out my 2 cents to see what this is all about here. So here we go.
Today, I am going to be reacting to Abba Preach's hit piece on me.
When you have a house, there's a lot of chores. There's a lot of shit to do around the house. A lot. And she works all day bringing that paper, that stack. And then she goes home and she still got to do some work. It's gonna take a toll. And she doesn't feel like it's separated at work. Like she doesn't feel like the work is equally separated at home. It's gonna be a burden. It's definitely going to be a burden.
And see, like, this is the thing. A lot of these reaction channels will try to nitpick, and they'll be like, well, if she's working, the chores are going to be hard. Guys, marriage is supposed to be hard. And I've told this story, like, many times on my channel, so I'm just going to tell it again. There's a relative of mine, and this relative was married for 50 years. And this woman did not believe in divorce. Like, it was just not an option in her book. And her husband actually left the family for another woman. And she prayed to God for a solution, because that was her belief. She did not believe in she did not believe in divorce. So her husband leaves, and the side chick died. He came home and she didn't throw it over his head. She asked where they went wrong in the marriage and how they could fix it. And that's the thing. Like, a lot of times people in our generation are so quick to throw in the towel. Like, people used to have their husbands go to war.
Is your idea of commitment staying married until death do us part to somebody who left you for another person? What? Fellas, if your wife leaves you for another woman and tries to get married with that person, and they're together for a long time, and then the other man dies and she try to come back, are you a great husband for waiting? But you expect the woman to do that.
They would have called that man a whole ass cuck.
A simp.
A simp.
They would have called him Sneeko.
Yeah, I totally agree on that, man. Look, guys, fellas, ladies, look. If you're in any sort of relationship and you don't feel like you are actually being acknowledged or being heard in a relationship, first I do advise you to actually go seek counseling and therapy, because like that actually does help out a whole lot. It helped out in my marriage, and then it really helped me out to actually learn myself, who I am as a man, and then also eventually learning to be a father. If you're not happy in a relationship and you don't feel like you actually are being heard or you're being acknowledged of what you actually are doing, then don't say everything, because like not only you are actually affecting your own centerpiece, but you're also hurting your kids, if you do have any kids, though, for real, because like it doesn't even like bring a good environment and whatnot, though, for real.
Listen, Just Lonely Things over here, okay, without her man, okay, is telling you to wait lonely by yourself years for a husband who not coming home. What?
Work all day, you have to go home, then you have to cook. Yeah, you have to cook. Then you have to clean. Then you have to put the kids to bed. Then you have to do.
But do you hear how spoiled we are? Do you hear how spoiled this sounds? Like, people used to get divorced for real reasons, like the death of a child. You know, my husband's mistress. And now it's because you're frustrated over a messy house.
Look, okay, and this is another thing that I do not understand. It's like people like her feel like they have so much experience in things that they feel like they should actually like so-called share. Probably things like, you have no experience of being married. You don't know any sort of thing about any sort of relationship. You are career driven. You run live streams on your channel 24/7, and you don't know how the real world works. Yes, yes, you had your parents in your life, whatever, but at the same time, like, just because you actually are seeing it, that's not experience on your behalf. Like, I just don't like people in general who feel so obligated to just like give out like so much knowledge and this and then a guidance on like what they think they know because they've seen it. No, seeing and being a part of something, it's two different things.
But after a couple of weeks, it's really fast for you to be drained. You figure to yourself, why not drain?
But that's a choice. You can allow it to drain you, or you cannot.
Just keep it.
No,
Just said, you're drained. That's a choice. You think being physically exhausted is a choice? You think somebody working 2 jobs, coming home late at night, goes right to bed, doesn't cook or do dishes? You think that's a fucking
You
choice?
said
Hey,
it
everybody right now who's struggling and who's really feeling tired because you got multiple jobs, it's because you choose to be exhausted.
You know, I've lived with all different types of people. I swear, I always had different roommates in college. And it really is a choice at the end of the day.
Time. Because
And I grew up with
no. And this is where this is where I lose you. Like, no, you keep saying that. Yeah, I had roommates. I know how life should be. XYZ. No, you don't know a damn thing about living with someone else. Those are roommates. You were not married to them. You were not submitting to them. That's not the same. It has so totally different. Like, you can't compare that to a marriage. You can't do that. You can't. Like, that's like me telling a pregnant woman, oh, so when you get pregnant, you're going to feel X, Y, and Z. You're going to be... No, I don't even know how to... I don't know the first thing about being pregnant or let alone have a freaking period. Like, that's not in your category of expertise, Pearly. It's not.
work 18. It's a place where I'm supposed to rest. I don't feel like I'm rested. I feel like I'm always doing the job. Not only
But see, listen to him talk. Me before the family. Me first. I'm this, I'm that. But what about your kid? What about the children? And this is the problem with a lot of these reaction and like commentary channels is, you know, they look at it with a me perspective instead of the family first.
I'm coming back home and I still gotta work. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely gonna be a problem. And motherfuckers are gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna get me someone that's actually a partner.
Like a lot of times women will keep score, but we don't talk about what the men do. It's always about all we do for them, but a lot of times women don't even realize how much men do for us. And I'll give you guys an example, okay? When I was younger, my dad, he worked a lot. And it was actually really hard for me when I was younger because he would go to India for like weeks at a time. I remember there was a time in like my childhood where I questioned, like, you know, if my dad loved me. And I was like, but mom, he's gone or whatever. And she's like, you just got out of volleyball. What did he do? He pulled the car up for you. Oh, he just took your bags to the car. He pays for this. He pays for that. Like, and she just, oh my gosh, she humbled me so.
Well, once again, that has nothing to do what Preach had just said. If you go to work and have like an 8-hour shift or a 12-hour shift, then you come home and then you feel like you got to do extra work, meaning like cleaning the house, taking care of the kids, or like, you know, doing X, Y, and Z. Me personally, I don't mind doing extra work with it because like my wife and I, we have a system is whenever she's tired, I take over then because I am passionate of taking care of my own kids, whatever. Or when there are some weekends, I actually come home, I do videos, and then I just cut the grass, even though I am like super tired, whatever and such. But like it's different in many different marriages, and then I do understand what Abba is saying. Sorry, Preach, Jesus Christ, I do apologize. But like, but like with Pearly Things, it's like she doesn't even. She's using her childhood to either like measure up or what a marriage is, or trying to so-called staying humble and everything, but it doesn't even like match up at all.
Hard. I think this is common with women where we don't see a lot of times like the stuff that men do for us day to day because we don't notice it, and we just start counting and keeping score of all the stuff we do for them instead of looking at what they do for us. But again, this goes back into the problem with the culture is it's me before the family.
If your dad was gone for half a year in India and came back the fuck home and the children was dirty and the house was dirty, he would have left that girl. But your mom was doing some shit. Chores. Your mom was taking care of y'all and humbling your ass.
Exactly.
Chores. Your mom was feeding you. But if your dad, after going for half the year in India, coming back, none of y'all motherfuckers was fed, none of y'all was having clean clothes,
that would be a problem.
The house was
that would
not
be a
clean.
problem.
He would have been like, well, I gotta do this shit too. While I'm in India, I gotta come back. And the chores would have killed that motherfucking marriage.
You imagine you come back from India?
But your mama was there doing the thing.
Like a big ass burden to someone when they come back home and they want to commit divorce. You got that right.
Yeah, I think the only way you could ever think that is if you haven't ever lived with anyone and if you haven't lived with a significant other. That's the only way you could talk about that. Hell, roommates. forget a significant other. Y'all ever live with roommates?
And see, this is the thing. Like, they go into personal attacks. So now they're trying to insinuate I've never lived with the guy. They're trying to insinuate I've never had roommates, which it's actually funny because I grew up with 9 siblings. Like 9. Who's lived with more personalities than me?
Wait, hold on, wait. No, that's totally different. This is exactly what I was talking about. That's totally different. That is different. No, that is totally different. Just because you were living with 8 different people who were siblings, it does not mean you know the scope of, no. One, Pearly, you sounded cringy as I don't know fucking what, or bringing up your siblings. And then 2, how does that correlate to a marriage? How? No, like, listen, man. Listen, having roommates and being married is different. Having siblings, trying to correlate that into a marriage is no, you see, people like her that I don't understand, like, why people just feel so obligated to feel that they have a sense of knowledge of what a marriage is. That's totally different. Totally different. No, man, that's weird, man. That is so, no.
We're playing. No, we're. We're.
That's so weird. That's so weird.
I'm done, y'all. We say roommate. She said sibling. We say roommate. I live with people. We talk about roommates and we talk about relationships. And your rebuttal is your sisters and brothers.
The reason why they are laughing at whatever, because like you know your siblings and whatever, and then like with a well, in this scenario with a roommate or with a spouse, it's gonna be different because like you guys aren't grown up as kids, whatever. You are full-grown adults trying to get a established home, but see, like this right here just pissed me off, man. You know what? I'm done. Again, man. Like, if you want to follow Aberrant Preacher or anything, I'll make sure I'll put a link down in the description. They do more than just like reading to other content on YouTube. They do a lot of talks about like value in people in general. I've actually watched them for the past year or so. Anyways, if you guys really enjoyed my reaction today, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Let me know in the comment section down below what you want me to react to next. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Nova, and I'll see you guys next episode. Peace.